So I'm actually kind of at war with myself over Phantasm 5 Ravager. A lot of the things that I truly feel are great about this film, unfortunately, are the things that actually kind of hurt it. Now, to understand my feeling, you gotta think about the history of this particular film. This film was actually meant to be just a series of short films that a fan, a very considerably well-funded fan, was able to court Don Coscarelli to get Reggie Bannister and to actually make a series of Phantasm-themed short films. But as the production of one short film began, a whole bunch of other short films came about, and as a result, they were like, this is kind of turning into a movie. So as a result, we ended up getting a full-length Phantasm 5 movie. And on one side, yay, because it does actually give a bit more resolution to it, but at the same time, though, because it was comprised of a series of short films, the movie as a whole feels somewhat disjointed and a lot more hard to follow, but not in the good way, not in the way like the original, or even for that matter, like Phantasm 4. This one really just feels like, because of its origins, it feels like it's all over the place. But with that being said, a lot of the things that are in the film are actually very poignant. It's easily probably one of the more poignant Phantasm films for the very simple fact that, and I think a lot of this really comes from Don Coscarelli, Reggie Bannister, especially, and even A. Michael Baldwin, a lot of the main cast, at the latter parts of their life, they are actually tackling heavy themes. I mean, they've always said the Phantasm movies are about confronting death. And this one really is about facing the inevitable reality of it and what happens afterwards. And I will say this for the resolution. Yeah, fans will say like, "Oh, nothing's really resolved. Nothing's, the tall man, spoilers, tall man doesn't really get defeated or anything like it." But here's the thing: does he though? Or was this whole thing really just the product of Reggie's mind from the very beginning? And all of this was just him in his quest to just be a good role model for Michael. And then just at the very end, when he finally does pass, when he does succumb to dementia, and ultimately the version of his heaven is this non-ending battle with the tall man. And that's the stuff that really does come into my head when I think about this movie. So on one side, I am kind of satisfied by the way this wrapped up, especially when I have that in mind. But at the same time, though, it's a bit of a mess. But you know what? We did at least get one more performance with Angus Scrimm as the tall man, and he is one for the ages. So it is still an entertaining film. It is still an interesting film. So take that as you will. Boy.